in the beach, the drafts coming at him from every angle. But you know, they say, every old tide washes up something. And who should come home from America the time I talk of only Nell Quade's daughter Cáit. She arrived home with a new coat, a new hat, and a handbag. Pon my soul, 'twas the size of a horse's collar. She two big lavericks of suitcases filled with silken slips and knickers and all other sorts of finery. She'd all the girls at home driven to crack with envy. They had no silken finery next to their skin, not at all. Only old gibbles made out of sunrise flower bags. And old gibbles down to their knees that would kill a bag tart a mile away. Well, if the truth was known, Cáit needed the finery. They say fine feathers make fine birds. And to tell you the truth now, if I was to explain Cáit, you know, she'd be the sort of girl that fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch coming down. Well, if you saw her now, she'd two teeth protruding from the front of her mouth. She was the sort of girl now that could kiss a man and pluck his eyebrows at the same time. She could nearly eat an apple through a letterbox. Now, an account of matrimony was rang between Tom and Cáit. And Cáit said that she'd rather face him than face the bush. And do you know, there was all a big hoo-ha about the wedding coming up and everything, and it was going to be a big affair. She was going to show off her finery that she brought from America. And you see, poor old Tom was awful worried. Tom was teach. Sure, poor old Tom, look, he'd never even got to the giggle band in his life. You know about the giggle band, don't you? Well, for those of you that don't know, the giggle band is that bare bit of flesh where the stocking ends and before the knickers begin. Because men say if they get that far, they're laughing. Well, there was such preparation for the wedding, and the neighbours were arriving every day with presents. Can you remember the wedding presents you'd get landlorded? The tea sets, the china teapots. What else would you get? Sheets, they were a big thing, and things like that. And Cáit was above this day, and she was showing all the fine presents that she got, and a neighbour of mine, Mrs. Murphy, that had come in at the same day, and she said to Mrs. Murphy now, she said, you must come down in the room with me and I'll show you my beautiful chest of drawers. And Mrs. Murphy looked at her and she said, good God, girl, she said, isn't it great for the youth today, she said. When I got married, I'd only need one pair of old drawers and I'd keep them for Sundays. Well, the morning of the wedding arrived and Father Mac that was saying the mass that morning. And man, did you say the peepers weren't too good for him? Then there was nothing wrong with his eyesight that morning when he saw the apparition sailing up the centre aisle of the church. You see, she had got a dress imported from America, a real low-cut, revealing kind of dress. You could nearly see her leverage in it. Well, he made a burst out of the altar and he said, good God, he said, Cáit, he said, so you forgot to put on the top half of your dress? Oh, she said, Father, she said, this is my wedding gown, she said, Father, she said, and can't you see that I have a divine right? He said, I can see that girl, he said, in her left one in that bed either. When he said, I can't marry you in debt, he said, you'll have to cover yourself up. Well, look, they came to arrangement anyway, and she wrapped an old altar cloth around her, and the wedding went ahead as planned. And they went back for the groodles and the goodies, you know, the shivery, shaky jelly and things like that they went back for. And by God, they'd no phones in for anybody to be ringing. front of him. He couldn't eat a bite of it. He was fierce worried about the night ahead of him. Sure, Tom had never rolled in any ditch or dike with any woman in his life. Tom knew he was the best blacksmith in the 7 parishes round, but was a well-known fact that Tom had knocked more spacks off one shoe and an anvil than he ever did off a woman. Well, Tom was wondering how he'd get a bit of advice of what to do that night. And there was a man at that wedding, and he was the father of 17 children. And Tom said if he was to ask anybody for advice, he might as well ask the expert Long Mickey. No, he was called, did he know Long Mickey? No, Long Mickey, I'll tell you, got his name because he had a very, very long old loader of an old neck in him. So Tom took him aside anyway and asked him, could he give him, like, do you know, a bit of advice of what to do, simplify the matters of what to do that night. And Tom said to him, look, you'll have no bother at all. Cáit won't be long showing you what to do. And he said, look, he said, I don't have a clue. He said, can't you give me the 1, 2, 3 of kind of what to do anyway? He said, like, you know. And Tom said, look, he said, when you get Cáit into the room, he said, tell her she's gorgeous. Tell her she's lovely. Compliment her. Then he said, when you get her into bed, he said, turn over, he said, and give her a big kiss, he said. And then he said, you can start on her homework, he said. You can rub her belly. He said, in fact, he said, rub her belly 3 times. And say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Tom said, is that all there is to it? And he said, I'll manage that all right. Well, the day finished and the 2 struck away to the hammock in the room anyway. He says, Cáit girl, he says, or a grand girl. He said, or a lovely girl, lad. In fact, he said, or a fine ball of a woman. And then when he got her into bed, he turned over and he gave her a big kiss. A right gummy job he'd the teeth taken out. And then he turned into her and he set to work on his homework. He says, Cáit, I love her. And she said, oh, Tom, she said, oh, Tom, do it, Lord. And he said, I love her.